Hi, I'm Jim N4BFR. Here are your COVID-19 metrics for Georgia for Monday, August 3rd, 2020. We'll start off with the daily report and really want to talk today about why you can't look at a single day and instead you really need to look at trends. So you'll see in a couple of places reflected that Sunday and Monday are generally data poor days, I'm going to call them. Usually, we see fewer tests on Sunday, fewer tests on Monday, picks up the rest of the week. But Sunday is typically lower than Monday. Today, we kind of are seeing the opposite. If you combine the two, you're going to see that Sunday and Monday this week are still a little bit worse than Sunday and Monday last week. But if you looked at the individual days, it wouldn't necessarily come across that way. So let me pick looking at the death data as the option because I think this most clearly states it. Last Sunday and Monday, and I'm talking about the 25th and 26th, we had very low cases on Sunday. I think we had 2 cases on Sunday, 9 deaths on Monday for a total of 11. This week we had 11 deaths on Sunday and 2 today. We ended up with a net of 14. So still more deaths in the 2 days that we have experienced over the last 2 days. But if you looked at the data, you'd go, wow, we usually have a lot of deaths on Monday compared to Sunday, and we don't. So I really am feeling like this is less about a particular drop in a day and more about just data not really being every place it needs to be and us coming through and seeing the differences in that data from that perspective. So back in my business experience, if the month ended on a Tuesday, it made our monthly numbers look different than if a month ended on a Friday, because of the way things are counted and some other things that went on behind the scenes. I feel like this is more of that kind of experience than just a daily day. Another example might be we would look at March and April pretty much as one month because depending on where Easter fell, sometimes activity would be shifted into March, sometimes it would be shifted into April. So you really had to have a context and a view to understand that those kind of things happen when you're looking at this kind of data. So my whole point here, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but my whole point is don't get wound up that things are down and everything's looking great going into the school year, because I really just think it's a abnormality in the data. Now, that might prove me wrong later in the week, but for now, I'm going to be a little more conservative on the view of looking at this data. All right, back to the rest of the data. Tests were down over week by about 10%. We had cases were down by 632 over last week, but remember yesterday, cases were up by 400. So again, net that out. We're at about the same place we were after a Sunday and Monday last week. 60 new hospitalizations, that was up 13. So a little bit higher, but not significantly so. I didn't do the Sunday Monday comparison there, but you can certainly stare and compare that. And then if you look at GMA active hospitalizations, we've been seeing this trend outside of about 2 weeks ago where Saturday's down, Sunday's down, Monday's up. And we saw that again today. Now we have 3,111 active hospital beds. So that will be something that we'll watch for the rest of the week and see how, if this week plays out towards last week, which would mean active hospital beds will be high Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then start to fall off over the weekend as hospitals try and discharge before it all picks up again at the end of the week. So we'll watch for that as we go on. One other note on GEMA active hospitalizations: anyone who's hospitalized at the 60 new beds that were just opened up at the Georgia World Congress Center should be included in this metric when those beds start to be in use. So they will count as an active hospitalization. They won't count as a CCU hospitalization because those are COVID beds, but they are not critical care COVID beds. So that is the distinction that the state is working with at this point in time. Let's get on to CCU capacity. You see we've got 6 areas here that are jumping up in that view. Athens region is at 90%. We also have the Central F region, that's the Macon region, they're at 90%. Oconee area is region H, that's 95%. So we've got a good swath of, if you really look at it, we've got a swath of Macon to Augusta, really, that's all in critical care areas at this point in time. Albany is at 92%. And let's see, the southeast area, region M, that's getting down towards the Waycross area. They're up at 91%. I think the most interesting thing to watch here is actually region N. Region N has stayed right around 95, 97, 98%, 5 beds available, 10 beds available, those kind of things. What is more significant to me is region N has back to school this week, and while a lot of the metro Atlanta areas have opted for distance learning only, Cobb, Cherokee, Paulding counties, I believe all 3 of them have opted for in-person or distance learning. So there will be kids back to school in that same area where they're having the high CCU issue up in the Kennestone area. Be very interesting to watch this. I don't want to say as a case study because these are real people, but very interesting to watch this and see how this plays out and how it impacts the metrics going forward. So something that we can be watching for as we go on into the week. So I hope you have a great Monday and stay out of trouble. If you want to see what's going on in my world, I had a nice little creek across the street from my house flood today. I posted some live video of it earlier, and I'll have a little time lapse of it later. So I'll be watching the rain and the rising waters, and hopefully we don't get another 2.5 inches of rain this evening, and things will stay dry here. In the meantime, hope you all have a terrific afternoon, and we will see you soon.